Hello, everyone. A very good morning to us all. I want to believe that we're all doing well this wonderful morning. And I trust also that your families are doing all fine. Today, we're holding this class. It's a virtual class, so to say. Though it's going to be a video that we'll be dropping. Now, but just like we had initially intended, that we're going to sing a song today. And if I just sing just a little bit of that song, and then we go ahead into the business of the day. Are you set? Are you ready? Amen. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. 'Cause all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Come on, sing this part together. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You are close like no other. Yes, I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the fullness of God. All my life, 'cause all my life you have been faithful. 'Cause all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah, your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Yeah, your goodness is running after me. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God. Well, all right. I hope you all enjoyed that and you sang along as well. Let it be a song that you will continue to sing in your various homes, and you can also as well learn to play it. Well, today we're looking at songwriting, and we're going to be looking at the structure of a song. Now, in songwriting, we had actually looked at quite a number of things. We started by first and foremost looking at the definition of a song. We looked at the definition of a song, and then we went ahead to look at the various approaches to writing a song. We talked about the descriptive, the argumentative, and all that. The various approaches that you can adopt to writing a song. Today we are looking at the structure of a song. What do we mean by the structure of a song? What is song structure? Song structure refers to how a song is organized using a combination of different sections. So we are basically looking about the organization, how you arrange your songs according to the different sections there is, right? How you arrange your songs according to the different sections. I want to believe you have your notes and then you're taking down notes of all that we are doing. The parts of a song. What are the things that you need to organize in a song? The different parts of a song. We have the title, we have the intro, we have the verse, we have the pre-chorus or lift, we have the bridge, we have the break, which can be also referred to as the interlude, and we have the outro. Now we're going to be looking at every one of them, one after the other. One after the other. Now let's start with, first and foremost, the title. When we say the title of a song, what exactly are we looking at? What does that entail? The title is the central theme or message of the song. Now, before you sit down to write a song, of course, the first thing you need to look at is, what do I want to write about? You should understand that the essence is to pass across a message. So you first and foremost ask yourself, what am I writing about? And that forms your title. There's a whole lot about the title that we should know. Your title should be brief and concise. Your title should not be complicated. Put in a title that can easily resonate with your audience. You need a title that is what? Brief and concise. Your title should be short. Is that understood? Is that understood? If you're really following, say, I'm following. Good. Now let's move over to the second thing. We have the intro. What do you understand by the intro of a song? This is self-explanatory. The intro is the introduction to the song, and it's one of the most important parts. Why is it one of the most important parts? Listen. Think of the intro as a first impression. Have you heard of the term first impression matters? Oh yes, your intro makes a first impression. A handshake and a hello. First impressions can stick for a long time and make or break a relationship. That's how important your intro is. Do you know that aside the content you're trying to pass across, your intro is what actually draws people to want to listen to you or not? Someone just listens to your intro for the first 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then the person makes up his or her mind on whether he wants to listen to the remaining or not. So your introduction counts a great deal. Is that clear? Now, of course, your introduction could be in terms of the lyrics. It could also be probably maybe the instrumental that you're using. Whatever the case is, your intro matters a great deal. Matters a great deal. But here we're looking at the intro from the perspective of the instrumentation you are using. Now the next thing is the verse. What do we refer to as the verse? Verses give the listener an idea of what the song is about. Your verses give the listener an idea about what your song is about. They should support the main idea, which is the chorus, while also moving the song forward. So what does your verses do? Of course, your verse, you have the verse 1, you have the verse 2. In some other cases, you might even have a verse 3. Now, but what exactly is your verse doing? Your verse is just simply introducing me into the central idea of a song. Now, you have the central idea of the song in your title, isn't it? Now, what your verse does is that your verse begins to let me in on what you're trying to talk about in your song. That's what your verse does. So your first verse is to begin to capture is to begin to capture. Take, for instance, the song we just sang. The title there is Goodness of God. Goodness of God. And how does the song start? It starts by saying, I love you, Lord, for your mercies never fail me. Can you see what the first verse is doing there? All my days are held in your hands. Now that is what your verse should be able to introduce your listener to the central idea of a song. So your verse 1 does the introduction. Then your chorus establishes what the verse has done. Then when you move into the verse 2, you are just further trying to further emphasize or bringing up another perspective that aligns to your chorus and aligns to the title. That's basically what you're doing in your verse. Now let's move over to the next thing that we have. The next is your pre-chorus. Like the term implies, pre and then chorus. What does that mean? The pre-chorus, aka the lift, is kind of like a get ready for it. Before the chorus, it can help build anticipation, either by increasing the volume or rhythm or by pulling back and creating tension with silence. Now, the pre-chorus is simply telling you, oh, let's get set. We're about to go into something. We're about to get into the chorus part where everyone sings about. So it's just like a preparation phase. That's what your pre-chorus does. Are we together? Now let's move further to the next thing that we have. The next now is the chorus. The chorus. The chorus is one of the most exciting parts in the song structure. One of the most exciting. The chorus should convey the main idea of the song with the most memorable melody of the song. It usually repeats itself melodically, musically, and or lyrically. This method is sometimes called the hook, which some people use synonymously with chorus. Of course, on the hook, probably maybe in our next class, we will look at what a hook does. We'll look at the 4 fundamentals of every hook, right? The chorus is what the listener is waiting for. It should be the best part of the song. If you don't get the listener by the chorus, then you don't get the listener at all. A very important fact there. The chorus, now listen, when you write a song, your song should be engaging. Your song should be engaging. Write a song that people can easily resonate with. That's the idea. A song people can easily resonate with. And part of the focal point of you engaging your listeners is in the chorus. It's in the chorus. It's in the chorus. Are we together? It's in the chorus. Now let's move ahead. The next thing we have here is something called what? The bridge. The bridge. Come on, can you say that with me? The bridge. I can't hear you. Can you say that out loud? The bridge. Very well. Now, what does the bridge do? That's another interesting aspect of a song. A bridge helps break up the repetitiveness of a song and adds an element of surprise. It should present a new angle to the main song. That's what the bridge does. Presents a new angle to the main song. Amazing. I again use an example with the song we just did. All my life you have been faithful. Yes, all my life you have been faithful. Now this is the chorus of the song. You can see it's easy for you to sing along. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Now hear what the bridge does here. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. So you see what the bridge does. The bridge gives you a surprise. It brings a different face to the song. Is that understood? Is that understood? Now let's move ahead to the next thing. which is called the interlude, or some people call it the break. The interlude or the break. A break is usually an instrumental break that allows for some breathing room. It can also help build anticipation and transition to a completely new part of the song or into another song. Your interlude creates a space. I used to tell people, if you're a praise and worship leader too, it's very, very important that you know how to use the interlude. The interlude creates a rest for you. It helps you to rest so that you can regain your strength. And then it brings about efficiency. Because when you sustain singing for a long time, there's a tendency of you wearing out. So when you create a break, it brings freshness. That's what the break does. That's what the interlude does. Now, in the part of the interlude, your instrument does the interlude for you, right? While you rest. So the interlude, you can also say the interlude is simply a period of non-vocal activity. Yeah? And it could be also a period of chants in the song. But just understand that it's a time of rest. Are we all following? Are we understanding? Hope you are jotting down important points. Let's move ahead to the next thing. The next is called our outro. What does your outro do? Like the intro, an outro is self-explanatory also. It's the end of the song. It's the end of a song. It closes the song out, whether it's with an instrumental part, a tag, or a brand new part. The outro is like saying bye-bye to the song. It's the last part of the song that rounds the song up, that closes the song. Intro, beginning, introducing you to the song. Outro, ending the song. So once again, let's go through all that we have looked at. Remember, we are looking at song structure. Song structure. The forms, and we looked at the various forms, right? We looked at the parts of a song. We looked at the title, the intro, the verse, the pre-chorus or lift, the bridge, the break, the outro. We looked also at the title, what the title entails. We looked also at the intro, what we mean by intro in a song. We have looked also at the verse, what the verse implies, the verse 1, what it does, the verse 2, what it does. We've looked also at the pre-chorus or lift. We looked also at the chorus, which is the main central point or idea. We looked also at the bridge. And we looked also at the interlude, or what you call the break, right? We've looked also at the outro. Now, this question, is there a set out standard for song arrangement? Because if you listen to some songs, you see that the arrangement, you see the chorus, or rather you see the verse 1, then you see a chorus, then you see verse 2, then you see a chorus, then you see a bridge, and some you might have the pre-chorus. Now, there is no definite standard. Yes, very true, you might find often than not this arrangement of having the verse, the chorus, and all that. But it all boils down to your style, personally. It boils down to your style of writing. Your style of writing. Your song could just be the chorus. Your song could just be a verse. Your song could just be a verse and a bridge. Your song could just be a chorus and a bridge. It all depends on what your style is. Do you understand? Now, for instance, there's a song I wrote. This song doesn't have a verse. It doesn't have a chorus. No, sorry, pardon me. It doesn't have a verse. It just has the chorus, where everyone can sing along. And this song is so easy for you. You hear people singing it in churches. We made it this easy. Listen. Napakasujada, napakayabo, Sarking Sarakunaya, napakayabo, Now, for those of us who are Hausa speaking people, all the song is simply saying is, I give you the glory, I give you the praise. King of all kings, I give you the praise. As simple as that. There's no verse to it. You see, sometimes we limit ourselves by trying to follow song structure. Now, you must adopt your own personality. How does your style go? Of course, there are other songs I have that have all this. But then it doesn't mean that you must always insist on having a verse or a chorus. So you just adopt what your own style is and what it entails or implies. Are we together? And hope we're understanding. Hope we are understanding. Please, if you have a question, I want you to just drop on the link below, or rather just drop on the platform, and then I will attend to that question. If you can follow this pattern, you will understand. If your own style is just to write a verse and a chorus, you will know what it implies. You will know the details that you need in your verse and in your chorus. Thank God for the video. You can always replay it again and listen to it over and over. I hope this has really helped in throwing or shedding light to your understanding what song structure is all about. If so, then I'm glad. Thank you, and God bless you all. Amen.